Today is Wednesday, November 27th. This is Noreen Johnson, and here are the good news headlines of the day. Vice President Kamala Harris's first video to her supporters after the election stunned social media users on Tuesday. The video shared by the Democratic Party's official X account featured Harris speaking directly to followers discouraged by the recent election. In her post, she said this: "I just have to remind you, don't let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th, and you have the same purpose that you did." And she said, "You have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you." The video reportedly came from a call that Harris took with donors and volunteers earlier yesterday, where she addressed her election loss for the first time since conceding to President-elect Donald Trump. Harris told her viewers this: "The outcome of this election obviously is not what we wanted. It is not what we worked so hard for, but I am proud of the race we ran, and your role in this was critical. What we did," she said, "in 107 days was unprecedented." Harris has been MIA basically since the election and vacationing in Hawaii with Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff since last week. Far-left Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum threatened to impose tariffs on the United States in a letter addressed to President-elect Donald Trump on Tuesday, as she blamed her country's problems on the U.S. Sheinbaum's letter came in response to Trump saying in a statement Monday that the U.S. would impose a 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada until they stopped drugs and illegal aliens from reaching America's borders. She claimed that Mexico has consistently expressed its willingness to help prevent the fentanyl epidemic in the United States from continuing, even though the Mexican government has failed to deliver any kind of significant results. She correctly noted, though, that the precursor chemicals arrive in Mexico from countries overseas, but failed to name the main culprit, China, opting instead to say that they come from, quote, Asian countries. She claimed that Mexico had reduced the number of illegal aliens reaching the U.S. southern border by 75%, and that half of those who do arrive do so using the Biden administration's CBP One app, which former acting Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security Chad Wolf said earlier this year the Biden administration was masking the true number of illegal aliens entering the U.S. by using the app. And then this: on his way out of the White House, President Biden is reportedly making a last-minute plea to Congress for just $24 billion in aid for war-torn Ukraine to bolster its military support and replenish U.S. stocks that had dwindled. Several lawmakers saw the proposal Monday, and it features $8 billion for the Ukraine Security Assistance Initiative to fund U.S. company contracts to arm Kiev and $16 billion to refill U.S. weaponry stock, per the report. Already, some Republicans cried foul over the reported ask. Earlier this month, Biden gave the Ukrainian President, Volodymyr Zelensky, permission to use long-range Army tactical missile systems to hit targets deep within Russian territory. Last week, the Biden administration informed Congress of its intention to also forgive $4.65 billion worth of Ukrainian debt. In other news, in 2005, then Republican David Weldon first proposed the Weldon Amendment, which prohibits Department of Health and Human Services funds from going to entities that discriminate against providers that don't pay for, provide, cover, or refer for abortions. Weldon, a medical doctor and Army veteran, was nominated by President Trump Friday night to lead the CDC. The Weldon Amendment has been re-adopted in every HHS appropriations bill since then. The amendment defines the term healthcare entity to include an individual, physician, or other healthcare professional, a hospital, a provider-sponsored organization, a health maintenance organization, a health insurance plan, or any other kind of healthcare facility, organization, or plan. Weldon had a 100% pro-life voting record during his time as a Republican congressman. And then today we celebrate the feast day of the Feast of the Miraculous Medal. On this day in 1830, Mary appeared to St. Catherine Labour in a small chapel in Paris. Our Lady was clothed all in white. She was standing on the earth. Under one of her feet was the head of a green serpent representing Satan, whom she was crushing with her heel. O Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us who have recourse to thee. And those are your daily good news headlines. This is Catholics for Catholics. May God bless you, and may God bless the USA.